The dark price of fame can be an empire of illusion inside show business. Fame isn't free, and the hidden cost of entertaining the world could be a Hollywood Babylon. For over 100 years, the entertainment industry has captivated the world from vaudeville stages and silent films to radio, television, streaming, and social media. Millions have dreamed of hearing their name called, seeing their face on a movie screen, or standing before thousands of cheering fans. But behind the lights, applause, and awards is another story. Show business isn't for the weak. It's always been exactly that, a business. Show business has always been exactly that, a business. Talent alone has never guaranteed success. Just think about all of the talented people that you may have seen across social media and have asked yourself, why are they not on a stage? Why have they not been signed? Why are they not on a television or a movie screen? Because power, timing, money, connections, image, and public perception have often determined who rises and who disappears. Long before smartphones exposed celebrity scandals within minutes, rumors traveled through newspaper columns, gossip magazines, radio broadcasts, and whispers throughout Hollywood. Human nature hasn't changed, the technology has. As the ancient writer of Ecclesiastes observed, there is nothing new under the sun. Generation after generation, many entertainers have found themselves caught in the same cycle. The pressure to become famous, the pressure to stay famous, and the fear of becoming forgotten. Hence why a lot of artists, especially singers, stay working for many, many years because they want to stay in the limelight. For decades, performers have spoken of relentless emotional strain, endless auditions, constant rejection, public criticism, unrealistic expectations, long workdays, sleepless nights, isolation, anxiety, depression, and the feeling that one mistake could erase an entire career. And social media, now that we have it, has done that for a lot of our celebrities or public figures. Many who entered the business searching for purpose eventually found themselves searching for peace. Some tuned to alcohol, others depended on prescription medication, others sought escape through illegal drugs. What began as a way to numb pain often became another prison. The entertainment industry has also placed extraordinary pressure on appearance. Women are expected to remain youthful, thin, glamorous, and camera ready at all times. Studios measured race lines, monitored diets, controlled hairstyles, wardrobes, and even personal relationships. By the 1930s and 1940s, cosmetic procedures were such as rhinoplasty, nose reshaping, were already being performed on actresses. Although techniques became more common and sophisticated in the decades that followed, some performers felt altering their appearance was the price of staying employable. Men were not immune either. Leading men were expected to project strength, youth, confidence, and masculinity, often hiding illness, addiction, and emotional struggles from the public. That's like fixing your teeth or losing a lot of weight, maybe even wearing some sort of hairpiece. Contracts could make stars famous while leaving them with surprisingly little control over their own lives. Actors, singers, and musicians have long signed agreements that favored studios, record labels, or managers. Some discovered too late that although their names generated millions, only a fraction reached their own pockets. So imagine making $20 million a film, and how much of that $20 million actually goes into the pocket of that artist or that actress. They have to pay the agents. They have to pay the publicists. They have to pay makeup and wardrobe. So maybe out of 20 million, and I'm just doing a guesstimate, they may possibly, and plus taxes, get 6 million from the 20 million. I'm just guesstimating. Others trusted the wrong people. Managers stole, accountants disappeared, friends became opportunists. Families fought over fortunes. Some performers earned millions only to lose nearly everything through poor financial decisions, unfair contracts, lavish spending, addiction, divorce, lawsuits, or exploitation. History is filled with gifted entertainers who spent their final years ill, forgotten, financially devastated, or living far from the spotlight that once adored them. The emotional cost can be impossible to measure, which is why we need a backup plan. This goes for social media influencers, actors, singers, rappers, anyone that's in the public limelight. We have to be cognizant and put monies aside and invest monies. I say get Swiss bank accounts or money CDs because you're not going to always live this life. Many performers have spoken publicly about panic attacks, depression, loneliness, their childhood trauma, abusive relationships, and the crushing burden of living under constant public scrutiny. It's easy to judge someone when you're on the outside and not on the inside. How we just want to have that life, and once we get that life, it's a whole other story. Some reached a point where they believed they could no longer continue living. Their deaths became heartbreaking reminders that wealth, beauty, and worldwide fame cannot guarantee inner peace. That's entertainment world is different in many ways, yet strangely familiar. Social media has removed much of the mystery. A disagreement can become worldwide news within minutes. A private mistake can trend before sunrise. Rumors, affairs, divorces, lawsuits, feuds, abusive relationships, and personal failures are shared, analyzed, and debated daily by millions of strangers, bloggers, writers, journalists. The internet didn't invent these problems. It simply made them impossible to hide. Every generation has witnessed the temptations that accompany fame, power, access, ego, greed, addiction, exploitation, and the desire for more. Not everyone in entertainment lives this way. However, many artists lead honorable, generous, and disciplined lives. Others struggle privately with choices that eventually become public. Every person who enters the industry must decide what they are willing to sacrifice. What are you willing to sacrifice? And what they refuse to surrender. For some, the sacrifice is time with family. For others, it's privacy. For others, physical and emotional health. For still others, their identity. The entertainment industry is wicked. It really is. It's created masterpieces that have inspired the world, I have to say. It also revealed how dangerous fame can become when success replaces character, applause becomes identity, and public approval becomes the measure of personal worth. The spotlight is powerful, but every spotlight casts a shadow. Just think about all of the singers and entertainers and actresses and performers and dancers that have come and spoke openly about all of the things that they have endured being quote unquote famous. The spotlight is powerful, but every spotlight casts a shadow. The question every entertainer must answer is not simply, how famous do I want to become? It is, what am I willing to give up to get there? And will it be worth the cost?